Here's the next game I did. This is the evening game. This was again a game Yuan Zhou was playing. He had white again this game as well. He was playing Ricky Zhao, who's a younger player. I think he's a junior in his undergrad. Ricky's a class act. I've always been really impressed by Ricky. I think he's always really helpful to newer players, which I always really appreciate, and shows a lot of humility which is a great thing. Great thing to see in guys at his age. Anyway, both of these players, real great folks. Very interesting. It was a very fast Fuseki. They both played a much faster Fuseki than I usually see. And also, this is interesting. I don't usually see low 3-4 points on the same side. But anyway, they sort of zipped through this Fuseki. I think they were both happy to play their respective part in it. This is an interesting sort of modified Kobayashi, where where white has the shorter knight's move. And also still has this point on the star point with its relationship here. So black approaches far, slides. Again, they played this out real quick, so they must have been, I think they must have been both expecting it. And again, I don't think there's anything super unusual here. There's some AGA here on the bottom, but you know, this is fine. Black pushes a few more times, and this stabilizes the shape. He has an attachment here later, not one that he wants to use for eyes, strictly for endgame, and he gets center. So he comes up here, and this is interesting. I mean, white is investing a lot of points here, so this is interesting. I think black would be better served maybe playing out here, but if he does that, I think white's going to approach either here or here, and it's not going to be a full, it's not going to be as much as black is hoping. Maybe white goes in the corner. Anyway, I think that's a little less obvious than if you play something like this. You're basically inducing white to try and attack these stones, which is what happens. White plays here, and Ricky jumps out. So he kind of plays here, then he plays here, and this is an interesting move because this is not, strictly speaking, Sente. I think that if white hadn't invested so many stones in this territory, white could consider Tanukiing to get the initiative here. Oh, no, I think, let's see. Like this. We play through here, and then this threatens to come through, so black wants to reinforce here. That's right. And if white Tanuki's here, you know, I think it would be great for white to be able to get the initiative in the center. But because white's invested so much, he really wants to do this, which gives black the ability to be the first person to play here in the center. And again, I'm doing this from memory, so forgive me if I mix up the order. You should check the SGFs on the US Go website. It's more authoritative than what I say. I'm usually wrong, often wrong, but you should check the SGFs if there's any uncertainty. But this shape is right here, and so black has a really nice flow here. This was a good game for Ricky, and I think it was really painful that it turned out the way it did. If you've peeked ahead, you know how it ends. I think it was a little tough to lose this game the way it did because the seeds of defeat were sown at an early stage here. Like this, at this point, black is building up. This is similar to the last game that we saw, where white's territory is all countable, and black's territory has more of the potential. In this case, that's not entirely true, but this is white's cash. This is some, but it's hard to say how much just yet. I mean, it's going to be some, but you don't know how much. And now it's black who has the ability, who's chasing the white group here. So white really wants to stop running with this group, because if he just keeps jumping out, you know, he's just going to help black make his big territory here. So white really wants to settle. So he pushes through and cuts for AGA. And the idea is that even though this cut doesn't work, you know, black could do this, but once he plays here, you know, white has to take the stones off the board. Maybe try this and then come back. Black has to take the stones off the board, and in doing so, white's now alive. He doesn't have to make any of these moves to help black make territory. He can just live and then, you know, come back and invade or do whatever he wants. So that's why black tries to resist. He wants to come out this way, and that means that when white plays here, black has the opportunity to make this exchange, and this is not yet an alive shape for white. And so, but this is the case where there's still, where like one stretching out just a little farther than you should ends up leaving AGA behind, that you end up losing on much later. I talk a bit about how it's hard to get good feedback from your go moves because it's not clear that it's bad until much later. When black plays Hane and white throws this in and then blocks, black comes back here. This stone's presence dramatically changes the wedge AGA and the AGA down here, having this stone here in a very immediate way. If black plays, not there, here, if black plays here, it feels really slow, but actually white's still not alive up here. This is not yet a finished living shape, and so white might still have to run. And the weaknesses that are available here don't show up, and that weakness, just so we can remember it while we're here, is that once this is on the board, when white wedges, if black wants to block, white can squeeze. I'm not saying this is not what happened, but this is the AGA that's available. White squeezes, and then this Hane is sente. Black has to answer here, and white gets this in sente as well. Black has to answer here, and then this makes a living shape. So this is sitting here for the whole game, and it's unfortunate because black has a chance to take this AGA off the board, which he doesn't do. So it's, like I said, it's a hard game for me. White bumps, jumps, black peeps at the connection. And black was ready to play these moves. I think black knew these were here. He knew he had the ability to do it, and I think he went in. I mean, this flow is still good. He's still harassing this group, and it's still true. White doesn't want to have to run any farther than he does. On the other hand, black can't really surround him with one move. Like if black plays here, white will play here. If black plays here, white will play here. So white chooses the opportunity to start something else. Black tries to keep it simple, and then when white attached here, it's going to be, this is aiming at a lot of different stuff. If there's a Hane here, I don't know. Again, it's gonna end up making it hard for black to keep attacking. So black tries to keep it simple, and when white plays here, I think there's still a lot of that peep cut AGA. All of that is still here, and black plays here to remove that AGA. But if he wanted to remove the AGA, if he had done something like this, for instance, while it feels really slow, and it is really slow, you know, if you're going to play a move to fix the AGA, you should fix the AGA, right? And I think that's I don't know. This was his chance to remove this weakness and actually turn this all into points. And he didn't do it. I don't know if maybe a Hane here would have been better. It's hard to say what'll happen. I think black is hoping to do, you know, maybe not that. I don't know. Good question. So yeah, so once this happens and black plays here, and white is looking to take the initiative. He doesn't want to block here because this actually causes, it's not enough eyes. Although with this ability here to live at all times, I don't know. Let's see. Because black doesn't have any other choices. There's nothing else he can do here. Maybe he can do this. If he's so white doesn't want to rely on this for eyes. I don't know. It's late. I should go to bed. Anyway, So as a result, white wants to make sure he's safe. He comes back here. Black connects. And now it's white's opportunity to start pushing back against black's shape here, which is a little thin. And this is black's group that doesn't have obvious eyes. So yeah, so white comes pushing through here. Black connects. Connects. White extends, and black is looking for a good move. This move, if black plays here, this peep is tricky to deal with. And so it's painful, but this is actually probably the best way for black to stay connected, although it still leaves him with a bunch of problems. Anyway. Alright. So after pushing through like this, it's kind of turned things around. Because of this AGA here, it's hard to count this all as black's territory, whereas white's cache doesn't have the same problem. I don't know, tricky game. If there's any other questions or stuff, I should really get to bed and get on. It's gonna be coming up early in the morning here, so if, as always, you have any questions about any of the other games, I can do my best. But I had a lot of fun recording these. My goal tomorrow is to do this commentary before I go out to the bar. I'll let you know how successful I am with that. Otherwise, take care of yourselves out there. Happy Monday, and I hope you're starting to have a good week. Take it easy.